One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Nippert Stadium, one of the grand old cathedrals in the sport and home to the Cincinnati Bearcats. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the Iowa State Cyclones, taking on another unit from the Big 12, the Cincinnati Bearcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Cyclones will put toe to leather and will get started. And he's going to bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So Cincinnati's offense will go to work first. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. And I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
He'll sneak it. And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it. The Bearcats line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and just like that, they'll have to give it up. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Cyclones offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. Be interesting to see what they do today.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? The Cyclones come to the line with a new set of downs. Throwing right. It's caught downfield. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Big guy smells it. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Cyclones! They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big, a lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up, a linebacker.
Picked off, what a play to set him up. He was dreaming of getting a few more on that return, but they'll take it in business at the 32. This offense has it with really good field position. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up in the 28. And the Cyclones with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. He's going to lose a yard on that one. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. to the wideout. He makes a catch. And he makes a grab. Defense draped all over him, and it's 1st and goal at the 9. The Cyclones are marching down the field. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Iowa State. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection. Quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Walker to throw. Grabbed in the middle, it's Hayes. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So now it's 2nd and long. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Nice move there. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The Bearcats are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. There he goes. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
I'll tell you, this guy can just take games over. He can just make things happen when it doesn't look like anything's there. That time they go RPO. They're expecting to throw the football and have to make a play, but nobody's open. This is like Sandlin football. He just tucks the ball himself, and he goes and gets it. He knows where he is on the field. He knows where he needs to get that 1st down. He's just playing above the X's and O's right now.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. Intercepted. A 1st half turnover can swing momentum. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. They'll start this drive from the 42. Handoff to the single back. Can't get him to the ground.
And if I'm the running back, I'm going to listen, hold on. Can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They're going to do a better job.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. That's the end of the period, and Iowa State has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Throwing on the run. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. They drag him down at the 34-yard line, and said they wanted to force mistakes, and they did just that. Give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Oh, he can't hang on, and those arms might have favored an alligator there, and it'll be third down. And now this offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. Walker will fire. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. And the Bearcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Simmons. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. When you have a conference as deep and balanced as this Big 12 is, it's important to get off to a quick start in conference play.
Yeah, you're going to be challenged each and every week here in the Big 12 Conference since they've expanded.
Turning it on! All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, I love the job by the offensive line, getting a good push there on second down, and you see guys bleeding into the second level of the defense getting a hat-on-hat to go get that first.
Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Anderson. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now second down. They'll give it to Johnson. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. The Bearcats really need to keep this drive alive on third down. From the gun to give, looking for room. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go.
He's got it, first down and more. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Caught over the middle, it's Anderson. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot, the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn that field, and you saw that right there.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Walker to throw. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. 3rd and goal, where the fire purifies and separates contenders and pretenders. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt.
Number 17 on the field goal.
Absolutely perfect. Are forced to settle for 3. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. They'll leave it with him. Gets a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. We're down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Pocket breaking down. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. 2nd down coming up. Wants to go up top. Looking to the big tight end. Finds a man on the right. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Backed up now, here's second and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And here's a fumble way behind the line. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Incomplete. Man, oh man, is that one this junior would love to have back. And the Cyclones will bring the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Walker will fire. He tries to take the top off. A full dive to hold that one in. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. Looking to throw on first down. Had to throw it before he wanted. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Finds his man. It's Anderson. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, you set it down.
Fires to the tight end. They'll immediately call timeout.
That just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
And the Bearcats will have it 1st and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Got it in the middle. It's Anderson. Now the connection takes it to the 11. The hurry up now. Second down. Clock ticking. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. He's got it and still on his feet.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Grab near the marker. It's Hayes. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Walker to throw. Touchdown, Bearcats! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. And they close that drive, going to the air for the final few inches. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there in Cincinnati, and we've had a lively first half. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the home of Bearcats football since 1902.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Bearcats will kick it away to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him, so I expect more of the same here in the second half.
When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that one?
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw, but when you've got an arm like that, it's going to be tough to stop that throw right now.
The Cyclones now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on second down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. And the Cyclones are flying down the field. To the air on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Malone.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. You'll take that completion.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line. Oh, he's got some space. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. The Cyclones trying to cash it in on first and goal. The pitch. Touchdown, Cyclones! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And a great job by the quarterback, Reese, making the right read. I got to get that defense to commit to me. Now I pitch it. Running back catches it. I'll take this. I'll do the rest. But it was a great read by the quarterback.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable in its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Fires to the right. Makes the catch. It's Simmons. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all offseason long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Quarterback just flat missed him. Incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away. Makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Walker will fire. He lost one down the sideline. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. And the Bearcats will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the butt and see what he can get. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Iowa State sending the offense back out. Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Walton. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Quick strike complete. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He'll do it himself. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. That's the end of the period, and Iowa State has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Trying to pick up a first down. On third down, he drops the throw. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. Oh, he missed it. No good. After the miss, the lead still at 11. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
The pull and throw off the RPO. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Now on second down. Walker to throw. Fires toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll take another shot here. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On 4th down, looking to pass. Converts on 4th down, still going. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
Hey, I gotta be honest, I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on 4th down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field and catches the defense off guard.
The Bearcats are on the move. Looking downfield on 1st down. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Wide open downfield. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. Walker will fire. Trying to find the end zone. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Bearcats! Now they'll try to get the 2 and make it a 3-point game late. He's looking to throw. It's complete to the right. He's in there for the 2-point conversion, and now they're within a field goal. And he takes this from inside the 5. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. Unloads quickly. He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work. Second down, he'll throw it. Makes the catch. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. New set of downs after the completion. On the move. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. And the Cyclones have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Got his man on the right. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Split backs here. The option look. He'll toss it. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man. Those last 2 running plays went nowhere. At this point, you wonder if you just run it again, punt, and regroup. Working that left side. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. Defense. The timeout quickly trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Makes his man miss. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The crowd elevating its energy, willing this defense to get a stop on this big 3rd down. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Never a reason to panic. Just run your offense. Plenty of time here. Down 1 possession late in the 4th. Dumps it to the back. Finds his man. It's Johnson. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The offense set for a first down play. Walker to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Still running at the 40. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. There is striking distance at the 37. They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. They think there's room to run to the right here. He breaks a tackle. The Bearcats with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Grabbed over the middle at Simmons. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil, guys. See if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical...
Oh, no, the ball popped out. Offense scoops it up and still going.
Woo. Deep breath, right, man? You fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Under fire. Trying to make magic with his feet. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, Iowa State. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And this defense needed a big-time play to get back in this game. I'm not sure why the offense was throwing, but great job.
They fake it. The kicker's looking to pass. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll return it. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line.
You can score on these guys.
Walker will fire. That's reeled in. It's Hayes. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. And the Bearcats come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try to...
There he goes! And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Cincinnati!
They got the touchdown, guys, but I don't know if they're going to be able to even get a playoff after this onside kick attempt. If they recover it, they're going to have to do it super quick to give themselves a chance for the Hail Mary into the end zone to win.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming.